have added a fourth line center type in Ryan Carpenter. And there had been rumors about the Rangers' interest in Carpenter, mainly because he had played under Gerard Gallant in Vegas and probably had his most successful years with the Vegas Golden Knights. So Ryan Carpenter, in some ways, is really the Kevin Rooney replacement, I would say. Less speed, better defensively, probably a better penalty killer. Doesn't really have a whole lot of offensive upside at all. And it's someone that you hope Gerard Gallant, maybe not use sparingly. Like I feel as if I'd prefer Ryan Carpenter over Ryan Reeves, which I guess that remains to be seen. But Carpenter looks like he probably has the inside track on making this roster if you look at it. And maybe it's a fourth line that looks something like Barclay Goodrow, Carpenter and Hunt, or Ryan Reeves. Carpenter was teammates with Barclay Goodrow. They came up together with the San Jose Sharks. So Carpenter has only been in the Western Conference, and this was a one-year contract worth the minimum, $750K. So Drury wasn't lying when he said he was looking for a cheap fourth-line center. This is exactly what Ryan Carpenter is. Was with the Sharks, and like I said, really had his best success with the Vegas Golden Knights when Vegas was in that first year with Gallant, and he had 9 goals, 5 assists, 14 points in only 36 games. He really never came anything close to that again. And played, I think Vegas played about 20 playoff games that postseason, and he played in 17 of them and had 5 assists and was a +5. So Carpenter really, I'd say, peaked there. Was on Vegas for another season when Gallant was the head coach, and then moved on to Chicago. And, I think as his time went on in Chicago, I think, he declined a bit, but he played in all 9 playoff games for the Blackhawks in the bubble in 2020, and has had some pretty good faceoff numbers in the past. Not as good as like Vinny Trocheck, but Carpenter is a guy that is an upgrade over Rooney. I would likely say faceoff wise, right-handed shot. Like I said, not much speed, which is not great. And really offensively is not going to do anything. You hope he's kind of more, not that Kevin Rooney was great, but you're hoping that he's more of a Kevin Rooney than like a Greg McKegg. You hope that he's not like going to be like a Ranger fan whipping boy like a McKegg. Hopefully Carpenter, can truly be, and it sounds like he is, a good defensive player. And like I said, I think that there is a decent chance that come opening night, he might be that fourth line center. This is someone that I like to look at games played, and sometimes, and this could be the case with Gallant, where maybe they played more than they should, but really, ever since he got that chance in 2018, this is a guy that typically plays more than he is a healthy scratch. Although, when he got traded to Calgary Flames, it seems like there he became healthy, and that was a good team. Whereas he was playing pretty damn regularly on the Chicago Blackhawks in his sort of 2.5-year Blackhawk career. On the Flames, he didn't play at all in the playoffs. And that was the team that made it, 2 rounds. He didn't play a single game. So Carpenter, definitely a depth move. And so now the Rangers, not that it really necessarily affects the Tyler Mott decision, because I think that decision was already made. And as of now, Tyler Mott has still not signed anywhere. And I would expect him to sign elsewhere at some point. As far as other, UFAs that are headed out, Ryan Strome, since we last recorded, Ryan Strome is headed to the Anaheim Ducks. So he and Frank Vetrano will be teammates in Anaheim. It'll be interesting to see if maybe somehow they'll be on the same line. They tried that when Vetrano initially was acquired by the Rangers, but then Vetrano ended up on the Zibanejad line. But it'd be fun to see Strome and Vetrano on the same line. And, I wish Ryan Strome well in Anaheim. I'm glad that he's gone. I am. In some ways, it's addition by subtraction. I think it forces Artemi Panarin to play a better game, to play a harder game. And I think Trocheck can do that over Strome. But Strome does get a nice 5-year contract worth $5 million a year with Anaheim. So, Tyler Mott's the only really remaining free agent that hasn't signed anywhere. I still think the Rangers might sign a veteran defenseman that could be on the team. That's just a gut feel where I don't think that they're totally comfortable with going with completely young defensemen on the third pair. That's what you would be doing. I'm fine if it ends up that way, but I think they would want to have some insurance. And I don't think that Lee Borja counts as veteran insurance. I think it's truly a guy that has been in this league for a while. So, we'll see where they go moving forward here. But again, it's all about that. It's all about relationships and the fact that, Trocheck had played with Gallant on the Florida Panthers. Ryan Carpenter on Vegas with Gallant. That's a key thing. And you have to just trust that Gallant, will make the right decisions. And look, Ryan Reeves was his guy. And when push came to shove, the last 2 games against the Lightning, Ryan Reeves was a healthy scratch. So you'd like to think that Gallant won't let those relationships get in the way of what is best for the team. So if he feels like Ryan Carpenter has dipped since his time in Vegas, he won't play. And, if he sees the same player that was there, then he'll be a good addition. So, like I said, nothing too big here, but Ryan Carpenter, I figured it was definitely worth talking about because I do think that as I look at the roster right now, I think that he would be someone that will be on this roster come opening night. And so, you kind of have a look at what might be for 13 forwards, but that doesn't include, young prospects that could maybe try to crack the lineup because certainly, players like Dryden Hunt, Carpenter, they're not locks to make this roster. Even Ryan Reeves, who knows what might happen there, even though I think he'll be on the team. There's definitely spots up for grabs, but as of now, that seems like what it'll be. So again, Rangers sign fourth line center Ryan Carpenter as this roster begins to fully take shape.